Alright, we have Against All Odds, finally. It feels, well, I say finally, it's been like a week and a half since Genesis. But yeah, we are in the Oakdale Theatre in Connecticut, I believe. And we are in front of 4,314 people, so our attendances are going up, which is good. But Against All Odds opens with Trish and Eli backstage in just kind of like a comfy room, and Trish is like, don't worry about tonight. It'll be fine. You've beaten Moose before, you'll do it again. And when you do, we can get out of here and have some fun with these. And she motions to her chest, and Eli kind of smiles. Well, he does smile. He's got an extra incentive to win here tonight, as we head ringside for our first match. So yeah, storyline advances, just using Trish's looks to get good ratings, pretty much. Moving on into not nearly as good of a rating, but Xavier and Conley make their way down to the ring for their match with British Strong Style, which will open the show. And Conley says, tonight we put the bruiserweight down. We send his little friend Tyler Bate packing, and most importantly, we prove that we are not the jokes. We are the biggest rising stars in this company, and our win tonight will catapult us into tag title contention. The storyline has advanced. D42, it gives, we've got to build them from somewhere. We move into the match, which I'm not expecting wonders. Yeah, D plus 48 is probably about where I was expecting it. But Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate defeat Conley and Xavier in 12:43 when Dunne defeated Conley by pinfall with the bitter end. D plus 48 is meh, it's not too bad. Dunne and Bate have no chemistry together, apparently. That's not great, but I wasn't really bringing them in as a... I'm not sure if I'm bringing them in as a tag team or not. But I think they will still be kind of aligned with each other. The match got the crowd buzzing. Conley with a 39, Desmond with a 45, Bate with a 43, and Dunne with a 52. The storyline has advanced, but there are no worker improvements. Next segment. I feel like we're missing a segment. So there might be a segment later where I go, yeah, that was meant to be there. Anyway, decent match. Matt Riddle continues his undefeated streak. I think he's about 10-0 now, maybe. But he defeats Trevor Lee in 10:30 by submission with a guillotine choke. D plus 49. I had like a theme from wrestling in my head all day the other day, and I couldn't figure out whose it was, and it was Trevor Lee's current theme for Impact, which is really good. For some reason, I really like it. And Trevor's he's not bad. I think he is someone that we could use in the future as a tag champion, X Division Grand Champion kind of guy. I don't know about World Champion, but I think he is in our next big things, possibly. But anyway, yeah. He loses tonight to Matt Riddle. Riddle with a 61, Lee with a 35. No worker improvements. D plus 49. It's not terrible. Like, it could be a lot worse. We move into... Matt Riddle's been doing pretty well on the mic as well. Like, his entertainment skills aren't bad in this mod, but he's tapped out another competitor here tonight, and he grabs a microphone, he says, and still undefeated. The king of bros, the best bro, the unbelievable one, Matt Riddle. Trevor Lee stepped up, and while he tried, he couldn't handle the heat. That's meant to be heat. He didn't want to nap, he didn't want to snap, so he tapped. The streak continues, and I just have one question. Who's next? So yeah, a little play on, Goldberg back in the late 90s. If you haven't seen it, go and watch the introduction for Matt Riddle and David Starr at Progress, because it's just amazing. Because David Starr. I nearly said Dave Riddle for some reason. David Starr just has so many nicknames, and they're all amazing. Like the cream in your coffee, your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. and they were being called like the circumcised saviors and stuff. But yeah, it was just fun. It's like 2 minutes. It's on Progress's Facebook page. Go watch it if you just want to laugh. But yeah, 58C minus. Like, we're building a star in Matt Riddle, and that's not as great. But hey, the Eagles, they make their way out for their unannounced match tonight, and Robbie's the only one talking. It's funny, like everywhere else we have to, like, I just put the initials for who's talking, but we've got Robbie Eagles and Ryan Eagles, so it's like they're both RE, so I've got to put Robbie or Ryan. But anyway, Robbie says tonight we make our pay-per-view debuts as a tag team, because Robbie had a match on the pre-show for Genesis. Anyway, not important. We are here to put Australia on the map. In 2012, we had the British Revolution. In 2015, there was the Women's Revolution. In 2018, Impact Wrestling will be the main focus of the Australian Revolution. Tonight, we prove we belong here, and we start our journey to becoming Impact's #1 tag team. So yeah, kind of like a mission statement, like this is what we're here to do. We're going to be the forerunners of the Australian Revolution, because while Ospreay is actually the leader of the Australian Revolution in real life, that's kind of starting to happen, in this save it's going to be Robbie and Ryan, because they're actually Australian. But yeah, I think Ospreay is going to do tremendous things for the Australian scene in real life, and I'm really excited for it. Next segment is, it's not too bad, but the Eagles, they defeat Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid in 8:20 when Robbie Eagles defeated Laredo Kid by pinfall with a pulse drop, which is his sliced bread #2 variant. His other finisher, which I think is called like Phase 4.5 or something, is this beautiful 450 splash. I was going to say it's the most beautiful 450 splash I've ever seen, then I realised I think he's the only 450 or only guy to do a 450 that I've actually seen in real life. So yeah, like by default it is the best. Robbie with a 44, Ryan with a 39, Laredo Kid with a 35, and Garza Jr. with a 31. Lots of improvements though. Garza Jr., Ryan and Robbie Eagles all improve in performance skills. Good stuff. Moving on into our X Division title match, and that is actually, I was expecting a D, not a C minus. I'll definitely take that. About had decent wrestling, but not a lot of heat. Taiji Ishimori defeats Petey Williams in 10:08 by pinfall with a hammerlock DDT. The move that ended, spoilers for this week's NXT here. The move that just ended Johnny's career, technically, like in kayfabe. I am going to wait a couple days to upload this so that this is not technically a spoiler. Also, I'm going to be away from the computer. So yeah, I'm recording this on Thursday. It's probably not going to go up till Saturday. And yeah, so like this 5-day period from this Thursday to Tuesday, every fortnight, probably don't expect a ton of videos, because there's just, because I'm not going to be at the computer. I'm going to be probably writing the next couple weeks of storylines, which is good. But yeah, the match got the crowd buzzing. Anyway, Taiji Ishimori, he does make defense #7 of his Impact X Division title. He's made a lot of defenses of this title because we had him defending it like weekly on TV. He's had 1 or 2 defenses on Explosion, which I just chucked the title on the line for the hell of it. Like, really, no one's going to... If they're going to beat him on Explosion, if something big happens on Explosion, then I'm going to like record it and put it up. So yeah, anyway, PD with the 54, Ishimori with the 49. The storyline advances, no worker improvements, but we move on into another. There's a lot of unannounced matches tonight. Just get people on the card, just get people over. Like, 'cause I got plans for people like Ali, and a win on pay-per-view is going to do her popularity a world of good, and it's going to save me like building it up for another month. Like, when I can just do it now. Well, not now, but like chuck her on pay-per-view, get her probably like 3-4 points extra overness. It's just easy, I guess. But Ali defeats KC Spinelli in 5:05 by pinfall with the sit-out facebuster. Lack of psychology, but it gave the crowd a breather. Ali with a 74, KC with a 56. Neither of them are really suited to their gimmicks. C62, it's not too bad. Next segment is the South Pacific Power Trip defeating OVE in 10:08 when TK Cooper defeated Jake Christ by pinfall with a rock, paper, scissors kick, which I need to search that up because right now I'm just kind of thinking it's like a... Because I haven't actually seen TK hit it. I'm thinking it's like a scissor kick, but it could be a super kick. It could be an enziguri for all I know. Anyway, that's not important. D43 is not great, but Jake Christ has a 41. Dave Christ with a 33. TK with a 33. Travis with a 46. And the storyline advances, but there are no worker improvements. Damn. Two teams that I kind of do want to do quite a bit with. I want to do more with with the South Pacific Power Trip because, like, those guys are both probably future world champions or global champions. Obviously, you've got to start somewhere, and these guys aren't very popular in America, so why not bring them in as a tag team and boost our division, which was really, really weak when we started. It's still not super strong, as not many teams are really over, but compared to episode 1, like, it's a lot better. We've got the Eagles, we've got South Pacific Power Trip, OVE, LAX, Garza Jr., Laredo Kid, Young Bucks, and the Tuesday Night Delights, I think, and Dunn and Bate, which is kind of a team, and Connolly and Xavier. That's 9 teams that we've got now, instead of like 3 when we started. But we move on into the angle, which was not great, D42. South Pacific Power Trip have picked up the win here tonight, and they proved that, at least tonight, they were better than OVE. And they celebrate in the ring, and they are certainly on a roll right now. So yeah, they haven't lost yet. Then again, there are quite a few people now that have streaks. Yeah, they're taking over. Storyline has advanced. It's probably ended. I'm not too sure yet. I don't think we need to stretch it out, but who knows. Next segment is better than they got last time. Last time they got a 55 C-, I think, at Genesis. But in a C61 match, decent match, the Tuesday Night Delights do delete LAX in a ladder match in 14:01 when EC3 defeated the item. I've just come from work. I've just had a shower, so I'm like half out of it. He retrieved the item. I got it the 3rd time. But the Tuesday Night Delights make defense number 1 of their Impact World Tag Team titles. EC3 isn't suited to his gimmick, neither is Ortiz or Santana. Mundo was off his game. The match did get the crowd buzzing. Mundo with a 71, Carter with a 72, Santana with a 39, and Ortiz with a 33. The storylines advanced, and Ortiz is improving in flying skills. Now, this program is getting LAX over. Like, you wouldn't think it because they've now lost 2 matches on pay-per-view in a row. But when your popularity is low enough, even being on pay-per-view is going to shoot it up a bit. So these guys, I think they've gone from lower mid-carders to mid-carders since we started, or openers to mid-carders. I think Santana was a opener and now is a mid-carder. But yeah, so they're getting over, which is good. We could use them in the future. Next segment. It's not as great as I thought it was going to be, but I'll take it. They've done it again. Carter and Mundo prove that they are indeed legit as they retain their tag team belts tonight. I wrote this at like midnight, so there's going to be some weird kind of wording, and just written out segments. So forgive that, for I wrote it at midnight. They celebrate on top of the ladder, holding a belt each as Taya just kind of dances in front of them. And EC3, who now has a microphone, he says, "This is the first of many successful defenses. We won these belts last month, and you know what?" And Johnny's like, "What, Ethan?" EC3 says, "We couldn't do it without And everyone's kind of like, wait, are they going to say the fans? Us. And Mundo kind of says, well, not the fans. Nah. Fuck the fans. Because basically they're snobs. Johnny's a bit racist. And they're kind of proving that, yeah, we don't need you to be successful. Fuck the fans. Tag team storyline has advanced. C plus 66. I'll take it. And we move on into... That wasn't too bad. It's dead average for a eye candy match right now, to be honest. But Tenille Taylor does defeat Alicia Edwards in 9 minutes by pinfall by using underhanded tactics. So yeah, she cheated to win, basically. The match did give the crowd a breather. Alicia with a 58, Tenille with a 78. The storyline has advanced and gained heat. Yeah. So if I want to basically keep this going, I can do that because I've left it open to possibly be continued. I'm not sure because currently I'm booking pretty much month to month with ideas in mind for the future. I know who's going to beat Drake for the Global Championship. I know who's going to beat Chelsea Green for the Knockouts Championship, all that kind of stuff. But I'm still kind of booking month to month or in 2 months, 3 months. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this. I need to see if there's anywhere else we can go with this because the last segment that we did was actually really good. I really enjoyed booking this feud, which is weird because I said that I was never going to use Alicia, and here we are. I'm rambling a lot today. I apologize for that. I do not forgive myself for that because I don't know. But moving on into that bombed. Oh yeah, see, this is why it didn't main event. Decent match. Eli Drake defeated Moose in 14:05 by pinfall with a bottom rung. During the match, we also saw Scarlett and Trish attack Moose. And Eli Drake makes defense number 3 of his Impact Global title, D plus 51. Moose with a 47, Eli with a 57. Enter the top guys storyline has advanced. It did lose heat though. No worker improvements. Meh. We go forward into a better rating, C61. Eli Drake holds on to his Global Championship tonight, but not without help from Trish Stratus and Scarlett Bordeaux. However, the history books are going to read this as Eli Drake defeating Moose cleanly. And Drake celebrates up the ramp with both girls hanging off his arm. The lucky bastard. No improvements. Moving on into, I think, the main event now. No, this match did come before it. Superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Chelsea Green defeats Rosemary in 10:26 by pinfall with the best moonsault ever. She's channeling her inner Christopher Daniels. Chelsea Green makes defense number 2 of her Impact Knockouts title. Match suffered from lack of psychology. Chelsea with a 75, Rosemary with a 78. The storyline has advanced, no worker improvements, and I think a lot of people kind of expected Rosemary to win it here. She didn't, obviously, and it's going somewhere. Don't worry. 54 C-, not too shabby. Chelsea retains tonight and she celebrates with the fans as Rosemary sits in the ring heartbroken. She put everything on the line tonight and she still came up short. She starts to walk up the ramp clearly upset, and before she goes kind of back into Gorilla, Ali comes out, hugs her, and they walk off together. So yeah, the storyline has advanced and Ali and Chelsea are not suited to their gimmicks. Good job, yay. Main event, okay. I wanted better. But considering that this was still the best match on the show, I will take it. Lashley defeats Matt Sydal in 11:46 by pinfall with a knockout punch. and Lashley wins the grand title. So yeah, funnily enough, when I started this feud, I had no intention of Matt Sydal losing to Lashley. But Lashley has proven that he deserves a belt. And if I want to build him up as a monster, having him lose twice to Matt just makes him look real weak. So yeah, Lashley has now won the grand title, and since he is, declining physically, so this could possibly be the only title reign he gets, depending on how quickly he starts to kind of drop off. But yeah, for now he is the grand champion. Lashley with a 67, Sydal with a 62. The storyline advances, no worker improvements, negatives for not being able to deal with the pressure to go all out, and Lashley having declining physical ability. Moving on into our last segment, B minus 76, and Lashley did it. He proved he could beat Matt Sydal tonight, and he will walk out holding his first Grand Championship. Walking Armageddon has another title in his grasp, and who, if anyone, will be able to take it off him. The storyline has advanced, and we end the show there. We get a C64. TK Cooper was used too much. Ryan Eagles was slightly overused, and the show increased our popularity in 21 regions. C64 is not terrible. Decent a decent card. Well, no, it was a decent card. It was, a decent show. Not groundbreaking, but for where we're at, it'll give us popularity where it needs to give us popularity. But yeah, that's the show. So where do you think we're going to go from here? Where do you want us to go from here? What did you think of the show? Do you have any ideas for characters, storylines, tag team names, stable names, tag teams, stables, just leave it all down below. Did you enjoy the show? I hope you enjoyed the show, because it took a lot of effort to book this show at midnight, because I decided to book it at midnight like an idiot. But yeah, I will see you guys for the fallout of Against All Odds soon.